Hey, 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 y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. I had to look down and make sure it was Tuesday. Lord, when you're hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. My name is Shonda. I'm with from Dusty Beauty Designs. Y'all, it's been a day again. Well, today's been good. It was just last night. I'll tell y'all about it in a minute. Let me get us pulled up so I can see. Make sure when you're hopping on, say hey, hit the heart button, and make sure you are following the page. Make sure, y'all. Tonight we got a really cool project that I'm excited to do because, hey, Gina, first to the party, girl, first to the party. Hey, Christy, hey, Dorothy. Y'all, tonight's project is honor of my honey bunches. Lori, I'm so happy to see you tonight. Tonight's project is in honor of my husband. Hello, Kim. Hey, Rita. Hey, Susan. Kansas City girl. Hey, girl. Hey, Miss Sandy. How are you, friend? Thank you, Dorothy. Yes, if you don't mind, dust this out. That just means to spread the love amongst your family, friends, and your enemies. Bring them in, girl. We get them. We get them. I mean, we're going to love them. Girl, I didn't mean we were going to do nothing else. Calm down, okay? Hey, Karen, how are you? Hello, Rachel from Texas. How are you? How are you? I put a little extra twang in that Texas. Did you see that? I did that for you. I did it for you. Hey, Melissa. Thank you, Lori. I can always depend on you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Melissa, how are you doing tonight? Y'all, it was a great day. It was a great day for me. I'm a little tired. So before I get on, let me tell y'all what I'm doing tonight. Hey, Terry. Y'all, we are going to use one of our patriotics that I have not used yet. I'm so excited. I did pin the cart link in the description, okay? I did pin it. In the one that comes up when you first come on, that is for the club. If you are in my club, hey, that's good for Michelle. If you are in my club, be looking for your email to come. I'll do it tonight when I get off. I should be able to do it. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Hey, girl. Hey, Joy. Hey, Antoinette. How are you, friend? Be looking for it. We are going to do our Zoom call Thursday night at 8:30. This Thursday night at 8:30. I told y'all before, it's going to be exactly what it comes with. The club comes with. We are going to use. I'll put it in the email to you, but I'm probably going to use some white paint. I may either use some rust color paint or I may use cinnamon. So you get the idea. We're gonna rustify our metal signs. So hey, Caroline. It's Sandy. Yes, girl. Yes, yes, yes. So yes, if you are not in my club, I do a Zoom call. I try to do one every month. I've missed a couple. I think I've been doing this now maybe 5 or 6 months, and no, it's been longer than that. Anyway, I think I've had to miss 2 or 3. My mother-in-law passed away in the midst of all that. So I try not to miss them, even if I have to do it the first. And this one, I did miss my last month's, and someone had suggested that I do both. And listen, if we get in there and we got time left over, we'll do the other one too. Y'all know me. I don't care. But it is a Zoom call that I do for my club members that... There's no charge for it. It's just something that I kind of do just because I like to. Just to be a part of the club, you click on the link that came up right when it, like I said, right when you came in. Or you can click the link in the description. Just go to my page, my store, my Chocator store, and go to the club. Become a club member. It's $21.99 a month. You get a project every month. Okay, you get a project to your door every single month. This month is this cool old school pattern stencil. I love it. Y'all, this transfer is so cool. Thank you. Oh no, Crystal, dadgummit. I'm so sorry, girl. I have been recording them so I could send you the recording. Thank you, Sandy. Hey, Pam. But y'all, this month it comes with the metal. It comes with a metal sheet. So we're going to make a sign, of course. We're going to make a sign, but we're going to do a little different. But the club also comes with 3 paste packets. It comes with these 3 colors you can see right here. Actually, it comes with black. I chose to use white because I have a black background on that one. But it comes with black, red, and the blue, the colonial blue. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Wendy. Thank you, girl. Hey, Darlene. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Brenda. I just missed your comment, Lori. It went right on by. Right on by. I'm sorry, girl. Hey, Kelly. So, yes, it comes with that. And then your first month, you actually get a squeegee. So you get everything to do the projects with every single month. And again, I do the Zoom call. We do something different in there usually, just to kind of think outside the box and to do something different. We've had some really cool projects in there, and we hang out and have fun. So if you are part of my club, I'll see you there. I'll see you there. Oh, Crystal, I hate that too, girl. Darlene, how are you tonight, my friend? Hey, Linda. Hello, neighbor. So, y'all, tonight we are doing this beauty. It's called Because of the Brave. Because of the Brave. So, up here it says, Land of the Free, because of the brave, right? My husband is an assistant fire chief, and he has been a fireman. He became a junior fireman when he was 13 years old. So, he has been a fireman most of his life. Jim's 51 years old. So, y'all can do the math. I don't want to. I sure do not. I know it's been at least 30. We've been married 30 years together, 31. So, at least that long. Hey, Teresa. Thank you, girl. Hey, Cindy Pierce. Doing good, darling. Good, 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 girl. Hey, Carly. Hey, friend. So, I have one of our other chocolate tour designers. Her husband is a police officer. So, she did this as a police officer's flag. I'm sure you guys know it's the black and then it has the one stripe that's either the blue or the red. So tonight we are going to do the fireman's flag. Oh, thank you, Lori. So y'all remember the project I did the other night? It's listed on my Etsy finally. Hey, Sheila. Thank you, girl. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Frida. Hey, Tammy. Y'all, if I've said hey already, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired. Y'all see, I'm tired. This Lowe's Hardware. I know. My best good friend Michelle on here, she loves bees, and so I should have got her one, but I didn't. I'm just kidding. She hates bees. All right, y'all. So we are going to use our drop-in frame. Remember, I told you guys it was Bowlicious, girl. It turned out big bow. I told y'all that I was going to be remaking this, making it over, and we sure are. So, I can either take this one off. I think I'm going to leave this one on just for a little bit longer. But I am going to have to take the bow off. But, yeah, it was Bowlicious. Y'all, it turned out very, very pretty. If you go to my Etsy shop, you can see the final pictures of it. I added in the, you know, they kind of look like sparklers with stars on them. And that bow, y'all, that bow is ridiculous. I'm not going to take it off yet, but I will be taking it off, girl. I will be taking it off eventually. Out of the oven. Kelly, don't you love them? I love these shirts, and they're $9.99. They fit so good. I love them. I really do love them. But, yeah, Lori, I'll be taking the cowl off eventually. I bought this frame so that I could, you know, demonstrate on it. So, it's not something that I could use upstairs because it's so large. I don't really have any space for it. So, when I bought this, it is literally to demonstrate on. So, sorry, girl. It's going to come off eventually. Lori, you got to do better, girl. I'm telling you, you're going to love, love, love their shirts are amazing, and they're really good quality. I will tell you one thing about it. Hey, Lisa, how are you, friend? Store my work competitor. Oh, that store's my work competitor. Oh, Tracy, girl. You work at the depot? Okay, so we got it off. We got our little bow off, and here's one thing I could do. I could, because y'all have told you guys this is an amazing, amazing frame. This is the rechalkable shape, okay? So it comes with the wooden one, but this one is the rechalkable one, okay? It comes with a white background and the black background. I'm tempted to take it off, I'll be honest. It's not, hey, Yvonne. Oh, Tracy, you said, yep, sure do, girl. I would take it off. Honestly, I don't want to mess with it tonight. I'll be honest. I'm tired. And all I would have to do is wet it, scrape it, and then wipe it off. I take a wet antibacterial wipe, and then I use my board eraser, and it would come right off. But again, this is purchased separately from the drop-in. This is the 12 by 18 drop-in frame. It is in the cart link. But y'all, this can be made over time and time again. Just, you make it over. So you got your everyday color or your everyday pattern, everyday decor, and then you could go do something for fall or Halloween. And then you're like, okay, I'm done with that. Let's do this. Y'all, it's endless. It's endless. So just keep in mind, we have that in almost every size. Almost every size. So, hey, Shirley, save the cows. Girl, I really like that one. Honestly, it would kind of go with my house because my house is French country. So that one, I mean, I wouldn't put it in my house, but I'm saying it would kind of go. I probably would not. I probably would not. Hey, Pat. So this is the one that comes with it. So you've got your white side and then your natural wood side. This one is wooden. Okay, so I'm going to give it just a little bit of a sand, just a little sand, because it's wooden, and I'm not painting this. This is going to stay white. So we're going to, I think I'm going to do this white. Am I needing to do this white? Yeah. So I'm going to do my stripes black. Yeah. I'm going to be doing black. Hello, Shonda. Y'all had to think about this earlier. I'm telling you, I'm tired. Hey, Carol. I'm good. Howdy doody, gal. Lori, so... oh my gosh. Hey, Dee Dee. Carol, how are you tonight? To make something right? Well, that Cricut girl, did you want to show me how to use it? My best good friends never show me. I called them one night and I was like, I need your help. I've got to do this. I need some help. They acted frustrated with me. What kind of friends are they? Ones that'll get right on your daggum nerve. That's who. Okay, y'all. I have sanded this down. It's very, very slick. I'm not going to wax it since I did sand it. I am going to fuzz the stew out of this transfer, though. Fuzzing it is just absolutely exactly like it says. We're putting some fuzz, some lint on the back of this to not make it so sticky. Thank you, Gail. Lori, I mean, it's not that I don't love farm animals. I'm really not an animal person. I think they're awesome, but I'm not an animal, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna catch me. I would go rescue cats. I love cats. I grew up with cats. I'm terrified of dogs, but they're great. But like, I'm not gonna have birds. No, I sure am not. I'm sure I'm not. Tracy, rude. Hey, Pam, how are you, friend? They are rude. They are. They're rude. They acted like I was bothering them. Whatever. So, y'all, let me tell y'all real quick while I'm fuzzing the stew out of this. So, last night, I didn't come on last night, did I? Y'all, my nights are running together. I don't think I did. It wasn't last night. No, it was Sunday night. Oh, God, y'all, I'm telling y'all. Okay, so last night, no, I couldn't have no, I did not. Because we ate and then, no. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Tammy. Hey, girl. Deborah, how are you tonight? Y'all, I'm sitting here talking to myself. I mean, like, a true. Okay, so we finished eating dinner last night, and Tyler actually noticed they were getting dinner. That's what it was. I ate here. Y'all have to think. I made a grilled cheese. I didn't eat with them. They went and got subs. So, and they ate there. While he was there, he got a notification on his Facebook that Jim's uncle, which is Jim's dad's twin brother. Thank you, Tammy. Lori, yes, girl. So Jim's dad is a twin, okay? Larry and Jerry. And Jerry spells his J-A-R-R-Y. It's pretty cool. But they are twins, and his brother Larry still lives they live in, it's actually New York, right across the Pennsylvania line. That's where they live. And so his wife had put on Facebook that he had just had a stroke. And so Tyler was like, Dad, read this. And so Jim quickly called his dad, and he was like, listen, have you heard from him? And Jerry was like, no, I haven't. He was terrified. So we, of course, Jim gets home. Right? Hey, Karina. Right, Tracy? I mean, sometimes I gotta talk myself through it sometimes. So we go. I knew he was going to be upset, y'all. I knew. He's all he has left. So Jerry, all of Jerry's other siblings have all passed away except for one, besides Larry, and he has Alzheimer's. And so he knows no one. So Larry's it, and Larry's his twin, right? So I knew, I could just feel that he was really, really distraught and really upset. Well, he had already had plans to go to Pennsylvania next week while we were gone. We had somebody taking him and everything to the airport. He was flying out next week to go see them, to go see his brother Larry, and just to spend some time since Connie had passed and stuff like that. So, you know, it was already in the works. Like, you know, it was already a plan that was in the works. So I told Jim, I said, listen, let's go over there. I'll see if I can get him on a sooner flight, right? So we get there, y'all. He lost it. And I got scared because he didn't look good. Jerry has COPD. He couldn't breathe. He just kept saying, I can't lose the other half of me now. You know, that's how he feels about his brother. That's the other half of him. Y'all, I literally, it broke me. It broke my heart. So we get over there. We get him calmed down. We get him calmed down, and he goes, and I go to the computer immediately, and I'm like, listen, let's get your flights changed. Let's get these flights changed. So, y'all, I'm going to use black and our cherry. I'm not going to use the candy apple. I'm going to use the cherry. It's a bit darker, but I like that. It's just a little bit darker. And I am actually going to use black on everything except the one stripe being red. That's it. It is so sad, Pat. It really is. So, okay. So, I'm sitting there, and we found the flight that's going to leave today, which last night, you know, was going to be the next day. And I knew, I was like, oh my God, you know, he's on a fixed income. And so Jim and I talked, and we're like, we got to do something. We got to pay, whatever. We got to get him up there, right? So he is not destitute. We've had to help him some, but he's not destitute. But he had planned this. He had planned this with the life insurance, because he's actually going up there to buy her plot and her tombstone for her to be buried. You know, she was cremated. So he's buying it for he and her. So he was going up there for that. So he said he was going to use some of the, you know, some of the life insurance that she had to do that. I mean, it wasn't going to be inexpensive, but that was his budget. That was his plan. And to ask for help is not in the cards for him. You know, he's of that era. Okay, y'all, I'm just going to start. I'm going to use my spatula, and I'm going to start from the top. I'm going to do this whole top, or maybe half of it, or the bottom, and I'm going to peel. We're going to peel a lot tonight as we go, because there's a lot of surface, right? So we're going to peel, but I'm going to just start with the black, and we're just going to start going with it, y'all. We're going to do it. So anyway, like I said, we had just figured, okay, listen, if we got to help him, got to help him. So, hey, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, so, and I'm using my squeegee, y'all. Using my squeegee, and just squeegeeing over where you see the white or the see-through. That is your silk screening, and that is where you're pushing this chalk paste through that silk screening, okay? Once you do that, you're going to take your excess off, put it back in your jar, and continue on, okay? So I'm going to do this little part. We're going to pull it up so that it does not dry in my silk screen, and we're going to continue to work. So, okay, so y'all, it took me forever. It was Delta. He was flying with Delta, and Okay, so when you pull, y'all, just let me say this real quick. When you pull, okay, be careful. Don't stretch it. I shouldn't have pulled it like that. But you're just going to pull it up where it was and then just let that fall back down. And then just simply push down where you still need to chalk. Don't bother with what you've already chalked, okay? So finally I get Delta on the line. Well, I don't. I found a number for him. But the number said that if I didn't want to wait, like some ungodly amount, that I could do text. And I was like, oh gosh, great. They're never going to, you know. I should not have been pessimistic. I'm usually not. I'm usually a half full girl, not a half empty. But my heart was breaking, and I needed results. I needed it fixed for him, you know. So I get we start texting, and I'm texting with a live agent with Delta, y'all. Okay, and I am acting as him. Okay, I'm acting as him, and I'm truthful. I said I need to change my flight. My departure flight, not my return, because he's returning in 3 weeks, and he wanted to keep that. And like he said, if he got up there and, you know, and God forbid something happens to his brother, he'll stay longer. But right now, he's like, let's just keep this. You know what I mean? So I did. That's what I told him. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull it better this time so that I don't stretch, right? When you're pulling this transfer, make sure you pull from the middle and the sides. Okay, you don't want to stretch it. Y'all, and this is sticking really good. I probably should have waxed it, but I didn't want to. I sure did not. Okay, so we've pulled it up, okay? Y'all can kind of see where it's going. And this is a distressed looking flag, okay? It's distressed looking. So okay, so I get a hold of this guy, and he's very nice, and I'm acting as Jerry. So I said to him, listen, I need to change my flight out of here. I found a flight tomorrow. It was leaving this morning at 7:35, flying into Detroit, Michigan, and then going into Elmira, New York. And I said, so I looked at the price difference. Y'all, it was $918 difference. That's how much he was going to have to pay. And so I'm sitting there thinking, well, we'll just help him. I don't care. We'll just help him. We'll do whatever. And so he's really upset. He's crying. He's distraught, y'all. And I had him go take some Advil because his head was hurting so bad. I'm sure his blood pressure was up. Hey, Barb! So, okay, y'all. We're going to take our cherry, and I'm doing this one stripe. Just this one stripe, okay? I'm not doing any other because, again, y'all, this is a fireman's flag in honor of the honey bunches. So anyway, so the guy gets on, and I say, you know, my brother has had, I'm truthful. I'm like, my brother has had a stroke. I'm trying to get home to him. My twin brother has had a stroke. I'm trying to get home to him, and this is what I'm looking at. You know, I'm looking at these times. I'm looking at, you know, all the stuff. So I'm truthful, and I tell him. So the guy comes back and says, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I get chills thinking about this whole process. And let me back up by saying, 10 minutes before that, Jerry was questioning where there's a God. Listen, I'm not gonna preach at you. I'm not her. But if you believe, you believe, right? If you don't, you don't. That's on you. We believe. So for our family not to believe, for my father-in-law, my mother-in-law didn't believe, right? And so he was literally questioning everything. And I kept saying, it's okay, Jerry. You know, you don't want to, it's not the time. And I was like, it's okay. You don't, you know, whatever. Y'all, this guy on this text says to me, I still got the text. He says, I think so too, Karen. I think so too. He says, I am so sorry to hear about your brother. I am believing that he is going to be healed. Y'all, I'm telling you, I get chills. I'm believing that he is going to get healed. I'm going to try to do everything I can to help you. And I just simply said, okay, thank you. I didn't say anything to Jerry right then, right? Because Jerry was like, he was actually in the other room at this point. I told Jim about it though, and Jim was like, what? I'm like, Jim, this is wild, right? And so, because we were just talking about it, not wild because the guy said it, because that's, you can say, you know, it's a free country, you can say whatever you want, you know. So he comes back in, and the guy tells me, I'm going to have to transfer you because I'm not seeing anything. It's kind of out of my scope. And I want to help you. I don't want to just say no. I want to be able to push this further and help you. So y'all, he transfers me to his supervisor, which says, hold on just a moment. Let me read everything that's been happening so that I can better help you. I said, okay. Didn't even think nothing of it, right? Y'all, she says to me, I am so sorry to hear about your brother, and we are going to do everything in our power to help you. And I said, thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me, you know, all the things. Why does she come back? It took her a little minute, okay? I didn't care. It took a little minute. Y'all, she came back about 20 minutes. And she kept saying, I'm still working on it. And said, hey, I just want, oh, and by the way, there was a $99, hey, Lisa, there was a he didn't buy, it wasn't a refundable ticket, right? So to change it, you have to pay a $99 fee, right? All right, y'all, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to take it upstairs and wash it in my sink. Hold on, let me get a little wipe here, y'all, because I'm about to get this black all over me. Okay, so, y'all, she comes back. So the $99 fee, right? We knew we were going to have to pay that. But the first guy had told us, he's like, you know, I am going to have to charge you a $99 fee for changing it. And we're like, oh, we get it. I mean, you know what? We wasn't really asking for anything free. I just was wanting them to maybe work hard to find a flight. You know what I mean? Like, if you could find a flight. Like, that's not just look one place and then say no. Pam, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so she comes back and she says, okay, so we know we're going to have that $99. And then I'm like, oh gosh, I know it's the $9.18. I just know that's going to be the difference. Which what the difference would be is they would refund the one, and then, you know, it's that difference. But it was still going to be at least $600. Why did she come back, y'all, and say, I'm going to waive the $99 fee, and I found you, and the flight that you want is at 7:35 in the morning, and we have put a discount on it, and it's only going to be an extra $300, $320. Y'all, did I start crying? I sure did. Y'all know I did. I started crying, and afterwards, I told Jerry, I said, Jerry, I just want you to know that I know that you don't, you know, believe in God. I don't know why I just did that, y'all. There was a spot on it, and I thought it was just it's paste. Hold on. It's okay. It's going to come off because it's not dry yet. So anyway, I said, I know that, you know, you're struggling right now with belief, but I want you to know that, you know, Jim and I've been praying. Everybody's been praying. Even the guy that was the Delta guy prayed. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Y'all, he done looked at me and he said, you know, Shonda, I think you're right. He said, I have to believe. I'm going to have to believe. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? Why are we here? Y'all, I'm just telling y'all, it was a lot. It was a lot, right? Okay, so, fast forward. I'm telling y'all, this is an amazing story. And it's real. Like, I do have chill bumps. It gives me, yeah, butterflies in my stomach, all the things. So, I had to have him at the airport this morning I wanted him there at 5 o'clock. His flight left at 7:35. I had gotten him handicap help because he can do, you know, he's almost 80 years old, but the COPD, the breathing is the thing, right? And so I just knew that navigating and that anxiety, you know, he hasn't flown very much, and Atlanta airport's a bit overwhelming, and plus he's terrified. His brother is you know, it's bad. He was still in critical condition at this point. So I get him to the airport this morning. I leave my house here. I left my house at 4 o'clock, picked him up, got him. We get to the airport. We get out. We literally, I was able to park right there, go upstairs. He has a handicap parking. Went upstairs, and right there is the handicap room where they assign you, you know, the wheelchairs and stuff. I got his bags all taken care of, got him tagged, was there with him, and the lady came around with the wheelchair, and she goes, all right, Mr. Coble, we're ready. We do, y'all. We do. Oh, Kelly, it's amazing, y'all. I'm telling you. So this was my heartbreaking point. Even though all the rest of it, you know, was heartbreaking, it still had kind of a good, this right here got me. So the lady put him, she goes, all right, Mr. Coble, we're ready. And I said, all right, Jerry, I said, you go ahead and go, and you take care, and listen, we're going to keep the faith, and we're believing, and we're, you know, that's just what we're going to do. And I kind of patted him. They're not an affectionate family. Jim's very affectionate. Mom and Dad were not. So I kind of rubbed his arm, because I am affectionate. I kind of rubbed his arm, and I said, it's going to be okay. Why did he break down and cry? Like, hard cry. Y'all, I told Jim, I said, Jim, I saw fear in that man's eyes. Like, I was about to get a dadgum flight and fly with him. I felt like I was leaving my child. I said, Jerry, it's going to be okay. I'm crying. He's crying. Everybody crying. I said, it's going to be okay. And the lady was like, Serge, she's rubbing his arm. She's like, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Y'all, I felt like I was leaving my child. I really did. And so, okay, so here is the good story. Here's the best part. Y'all, how amazing is this? Y'all, I think I might give this to my hubby. I'm going to make him one to take to the fire department for his desk. Isn't this cool? And you could do it in the blue. You know what would also be cool? We have the awareness ribbon. I don't know if it's still available, but I do have one. It would be really cool to do, like, off to the side, a red awareness ribbon. That would be cool, too. I'll finish telling y'all the finale of the story. So I'm working, and I get a call from Jim and said, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I just talked to my dad, and can you please call him? He's really upset. He seems to want to talk to you, and you calm him down. So I said, sure. Y'all, I called him, and he says, hey, Shonda. And I said, hey, Jerry. I said, you made it to Detroit. How was your flight? He goes, it was good. He said, we bumped pretty hard on the way in. I said, well, you made it there, and you got to your gate right in Detroit, because I was worried in Detroit too. That's why I did the whole handicap thing the whole way. You know, his ticket's a handicap ticket. And he said, oh yeah. He said, Shonda, they were here. As soon as I got off the plane, they put me in a wheelchair. They took me to my next gate. He said, I'm sitting here now. And I said, well, listen, why don't you go and get yourself something to eat, and that way when they pick you up at the airport, when you get there, you know, you don't have to worry about eating. You can just go to the hospital. And he goes, well, you're not going to believe this. I said, what? He said, he said, my brother is talking. Y'all, I said, what? He said, my brother come out of it, he's talking. He said he was non-responsive. Y'all, was not going to try to cry. I was going to try to be, this is going to be a positive story. It is positive. Anyway, he said, Shonda, he talked to me, and he started crying again. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me right now? And he said, no, they think that he had a heat stroke. He did have 3 seizures, but they think he had a heat stroke. Y'all, he called us. He got to the hospital. His brother's going home tomorrow. Y'all, his brother's going home tomorrow. I said, well, if this ain't God, I don't know what is. I mean, what else you gonna do but praise him? I was just floored. Floored, y'all. So, Moral of the story is, I say we never go through anything in vain. If we go through something in our lives, it's not in vain. As horrible as it may be, use it to help someone else. And then you don't go through it in vain, right? So, anyway, Mom, I hadn't even got to talk to you. Listen, I called my mama. Listen, I texted my mama on the way over there because I was like, God, Mom, please let my mama be okay, because, you know, Mom's been on my heart, and I keep texting her and calling her and make sure she's okay, because I told y'all she wasn't feeling good and she scared the mess out of me. And she goes, can I call you? And as soon as she said it, my heart drops. And then she gives me a praise report that she's feeling great, that she started some steroids, and she's feeling good. Y'all, I'm just telling y'all, I was just like, hallelujah. I was just, y'all. So I came home last night, went to bed, of course, and then got up so early this morning. So I'm just kind of like a little zombie today. I'm just kind of like this. Anyway, y'all, I didn't mean for it to be so emotional. I really wanted it to be a praise story, and it really, really, really is. So, y'all, thank y'all all so much for hanging out with me tonight and enduring my madness, enduring my tears. That's right. If he gets you to it, he'll get you through it. It just is. That's how I have to believe. So, y'all, coolest project. You can also use this as a regular flag. This is a very versatile transfer. If you have fire, police, any of that in your military, you know, all of the things, this is phenomenal. This is a phenomenal board to do it on, and a phenomenal project. So thank y'all all so much. I'll be back tomorrow night for another fun project. I hope that y'all use your stories to go and better someone else. Use your it's what we're supposed to do. I just feel like that. So anyway, thank y'all all so much. And listen, I'm gonna post the link to my Etsy shop, because I did finally put that in there, and I know a couple of y'all were wanting to look at it, so I will put that in there. Thank y'all all so much. I'm gonna go take a shower and bed down probably a little earlier tonight, but I love y'all, and thank y'all again for listening. See y'all.